She would do anything for her kids.
She was very proud to be a mother.
She was so committed.
And with a new man by her side, there was nothing that could stop her.
Things were on the up and up.
The couple wanted to take it to the next level.
It was just really a beautiful thing to watch.
Until the family vanished.
The whole house was empty.
Why would she move and not tell anybody?
Something wasn't right.
The disappearance triggers a desperate search.
I started making calls.
I was printing flyers at work.
We wanted to hold out hope.
But a horrific discovery will put hope to the test.
I remember my uncle yelling up, "There's something down here."
Whoever did this had to be a sick, deranged individual.
That day was just rough.
And it could get even worse.
You tell me where them kids are.
2014. It's a bright summer morning in Detroit, Michigan, a Rust Belt city that's hustling to pull itself up by the bootstraps.
Detroit is a grinding, a hard-working city. You come here, you're going to love and have a passion for the city.
Now, I'm proud to say I'm from Detroit, and I never plan on leaving, honestly.
The morning marks a significant milestone for one Detroit family. Alicia Fox's daughter, Kayla, is graduating kindergarten.
Alicia was extremely excited, so excited that she bought Kayla a custom cap and gown.
It should have been one of the best days ever.
But as the ceremony is about to begin, Kayla's teacher realizes something is wrong.
I'm standing, getting the kindergartners up to go to the stage. And we get to the last student, and I realize Kayla wasn't in line.
Her mother is missing too.
I did a 360 and looked through the audience, and Alicia was not present.
Alicia's husband, Aaron Justice, and their 8-month-old son was absent as well.
The only family member in the crowd is Kayla's father.
Hey, have you seen Alicia or Kayla anywhere?
Kayla's dad was just as puzzled as her teacher.
I've been calling her phone all day, but it's been going straight to voicemail.
So weird. She was so excited about this. She wouldn't miss this.
Unable to reach Alicia, he tries her sister.
Kayla's dad called me saying, "Where's Alicia? Where's Kayla?" And I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "They didn't show up to the graduation." She talked about it all of the time.
At this point, they're starting to be concerned.
There was no way that Alicia was going to miss Kayla's graduation.
Something wasn't right.
"27-year-old Alicia Fox had spent her whole life in the city of Detroit.
We grew up on the east side of Detroit. My mom raised us all. It was 3 girls and 3 boys. And Alicia was like the second mom because, you know, she was the oldest.
Alicia was always the one to protect her loved ones. I just remember her being a sweetheart.
Alicia was versatile. She could tell a joke. She, make people laugh. She would cook and plan family events. She was a backbone to, someone who needed support.
Although by 20 years old, Alicia was busy supporting a family of her own.
After graduating high school, Alicia got very close with a male friend that she grew up with.
They met, I believe it was elementary school. His mom says that she knew that they were gonna grow up and sparks were gonna fly.
They ended up falling in love, and they ended up having a daughter.
I don't think that Kayla was planned, but when they found out about her, they both were equally excited. She was very proud to be a mother. Her entire life became Kayla.
They were best friends. Like, you never really saw Alicia without Kayla.
Alicia and Kayla's father soon went their separate ways, though.
There was like a mutual understanding.
Co-parenting seemed real easy. They got along well. and I just never seen any issues or problems.
Everything they did was in the best interest of Kayla. They communicated with each other. They were able to come together whenever they needed to for Kayla.
Before long, there would be another man in Alicia and Kayla's lives, Aaron Justice.
Alicia and Aaron started dating in 2012.
Oh my gosh, thank you. We're starving.
I gotta take care of my girls.
Much like Kayla's father before him, Alicia had known Aaron for a long time.
They knew each other since Alicia was a teenager. They had a mutual group of friends, so he was always around.
Even though she wasn't trying to be in a relationship, he was smooth, he was suave, and they ended up getting together.
Aaron was very chivalrous. He was pretty much a sweetheart to Alicia.
He also had her back.
He came into Alicia's life and he encouraged Alicia to go back to school to be a medical assistant.
I vividly remember he would make promises to her and she would be like, well, don't flake on me, don't say it if you're not gonna do it. And he'd be like, I promise, Scout's honor.
Aaron kept his promise too, helping take care of Kayla while Alicia went back to school.
You sure you don't mind?
Of course, baby. Let's go. You gotta ace that test.
He and Kayla did have a pretty good relationship, playing around, watching TV, playing games. And Kayla, was cool hanging around him, having him there.
Aaron was so good with Kayla. He was exactly what Alicia had been looking for. So she could see herself spending the rest of her life with him.
And as Alicia was finishing her medical assistant certification, she gave birth to the couple's son, Christian.
She was extremely excited. She wanted more kids, and she wanted a boy.
Aaron was just as excited as Alicia.
And for Alicia, it looked like she'd really hit the jackpot.
After Alicia had Christian, they got married. They moved into a bigger house.
Everything happened very fast, but I was just happy that she was happy. I love seeing her happy.
Things seemed like they were on the up and up.
But now, on the day of Kayla's kindergarten graduation, the entire family is a no-show.
Alicia had been working hard for weeks to make this moment special. It made no sense.
There was just too much invested in it. She wouldn't have missed it for the world.
Concerned, Alicia's family desperately tries to reach her.
I called her phone, text her, called Aaron's phone, text him. I didn't get through to anybody.
Alicia's sister called other family and friends too, but they hadn't heard from Alicia either.
By the end of the night, I was worried enough to start calling hospitals. I couldn't sleep at all.
The next morning, Alicia's sister and several family members decide to go over to her house.
Alicia!
Alicia, you here?
There was no answer to their knocks, and there was no car in the driveway.
Someone discovered a window was unlocked, so they climbed in and opened the door.
But inside, they find nothing.
All of their stuff was gone.
Everyone thought Alicia Fox had found her fairy tale ending when she fell for 28-year-old Aaron Justice.
I do remember her being really, really happy.
They moved into a bigger house and they got married. So I thought everything was well.
But now, after Alicia missed her daughter's kindergarten graduation, relatives have found her house empty and abandoned.
We all get that feeling where it's like something's not right. That was pretty much the feeling that I had.
It wouldn't have been like Alicia to just pack up her things and the kids' things and just leave without telling her family.
Wherever they were, it doesn't appear that they left in a hurry.
The house was spotless. You would have assumed that it was professionally cleaned.
The whole house smelled like bleach.
And when she searches the basement, Alicia's sister finds a stash of empty bleach containers.
Which raised the red flag, because it's like, why so much bleach?
Was the empty house also a crime scene? Fearing the worst, Alicia's sister goes straight to the police.
I made a missing persons report for everyone. And then Kayla's dad made a separate report on behalf of Kayla.
Alicia's family tells the police officers the last time they saw Alicia was at Memorial Day. She was her normal, bubbly self, and she didn't say anything about moving out of town.
Once Alicia's sister files the report, officers accompany her back to the house.
Of course, they didn't see anything indicative of foul play.
The house was bare. That might lead one to believe the whole family moved, and they just didn't tell anybody.
That's essentially what one neighbor tells the police as they're leaving the empty house.
He walked over and says, "Oh, they just moved."
Well, there was a moving van out here a while ago.
Maybe Aaron and Alicia got into some financial situation, and they can no longer afford the rent here.
If it was due to money troubles, maybe they were too embarrassed to tell anyone.
The family doesn't think so.
That doesn't make any sense.
They're an extremely close-knit family. So for Alicia not to ask for help with the move, or at least share the news, just didn't seem like her.
But at this point, the police are hesitant to launch a full-scale search.
They gave me a report number, pretty much told me, wait to see if you hear from her, you know.
That's it?
That's it. Have a good day.
Many adults leave. They're grown. They can leave on their own. They can come back when they want to.
Unsatisfied, Alicia's family sets out to find their loved ones on their own.
We pretty much started doing our own investigating.
Starting with her sister's social media posts.
On Alicia's social media, a lot of the posts were trying to portray that she was taking the kids to Cedar Point instead of going to Kayla's graduation.
Cedar Point is an amusement park that is 2 hours away.
This is not making any sense.
She had never said anything about skipping the graduation.
Kayla, she's barely tall enough to ride rides. Why would she skip out on this graduation to go to Cedar Point?
There was nothing in Alicia's social media about moving out of their house either.
Something seemed off.
The contents of the posts aren't all that's off either.
The verbiage is different in these posts. She doesn't talk like this. She doesn't use this kind of punctuation.
For Alicia's sister, the implications are clear.
And she does not type like this, no.
Someone else had made the posts.
Why would someone pose as Alicia?
More worried than ever that something horrible has happened, Alicia's sister and her family reach back out to the police.
I'm telling you, she did not post this stuff.
Police ask, is there anyone that would want to do harm to Alicia?
It's a question the family has a hard time answering.
Alicia didn't have enemies.
The only person they could possibly think of was her ex.
Kayla's father?
No, it was a man between him and her husband.
According to Alicia Fox's family, the missing mother of two had a complicated history with her ex-boyfriend, a man named Nick Barnes.
Alicia and Nick's relationship wasn't the best.
They were young, and he made some decisions, that were detrimental to their relationship.
He was a drug dealer, somewhat unsavory character.
In addition to his past relationship with Alicia, Nick also had a history with Alicia's husband, Aaron.
He was not only Alicia's ex, he was Aaron's former best friend.
But that had changed after Nick's drug dealing landed him in jail.
While he was on the inside, Nick asked Aaron to check up on Alicia.
That's when he stepped in and became that supportive friend, trying to help her.
We tried to be a comforting shoulder to Alicia.
Although it wasn't long before Aaron was doing more than just comforting Alicia.
He and Alicia hit it off, and they ended up together.
The family was real happy about their relationship.
I do remember feeling happy that she moved on from being with Nick.
However, when Nick got out of jail, he wasn't as happy about how things had worked out.
He was furious with both Aaron and Alicia. I mean, his friend is now dating his ex-girlfriend.
He regularly let them know how he felt about what he considered their betrayal.
Nick had a history of harassing them. It was so bad that Aaron and Alicia had to move across town. Is this enough to say Nick is the reason the family has disappeared?
Alicia's friends and family aren't so sure.
I would have never thought that he found out where she stayed and then did something to them or anything like that. Because he did love her. You could tell that he loved her, for sure.
But with the whole family missing, detectives aren't so quick to rule it out.
Nick's criminal past raised a lot of red flags.
There was enough information there to make them think possibly he was involved. He's an ex-boyfriend, he's got a criminal past, he had jealousy and resentment for the relationship that Alicia and Aaron had. So Nick had to be looked at as a possible suspect.
But when detectives reach out, Nick isn't interested in talking.
Hello? This is homicide detective.
I want you to come down to the station to answer some questions about the disappearance of Alicia Fox.
Look, if you want to talk to me, call my lawyer.
Nick has dealt with the police before. He's done time, so he knew how the game was played.
Which only leaves detectives more suspicious.
Once you are able to talk to that person and you find out they're not cooperative, you would see what other information you could find out.
While detectives dig deeper into Nick, the family's frustration grows, and they decide to launch their own effort to find Alicia and the others.
We'd hit the ground running.
Alicia's family is in the streets trying to figure out, does anybody have an idea what happened to Alicia and her family?
We had a couple people call and say, oh, I think I saw her. She was walking the baby in a stroller. So we go over there, we're searching, you know, pretty much excited. We did find the girl who actually resembled Alicia, but wasn't her.
Then, on June 9th, 4 days after Kayla's kindergarten graduation, the family receives an anonymous tip.
The tipster tells them he got the number from this flyer that was posted around the city, and they should go check out this abandoned home on the west side of Detroit.
The tipster provided an address, but no other details.
Alicia's family races to the abandoned house.
We called the police, but we beat them there.
At that point, they weren't about to wait.
We pulled the boards off the house.
Despite the boards, the abandoned house shows signs of activity.
You could tell that, you know, probably squatters had been in the house.
Alicia!
As they approached the basement stairs, Alicia's uncle held everybody else back.
Stay right here, stay right here.
There was this really eerie feeling.
While the rest of the family waits upstairs, Alicia's uncle descends into the basement.
I remember my uncle just yelling up the stairs, there's something down here. We ran downstairs.
He found an old door lying on top of something wrapped in a tarp.
He lifted the door up and pulled the tarp back.
There is a dead body in the basement.
Loved ones have spent 4 anxious days combing the streets of Detroit for the missing mother, her husband Aaron, and their 2 children. But now an anonymous tip has brought their frantic search to a devastating end.
The family went to an abandoned house and found a body in the basement.
It was Alicia. I knew that it was her. She had on her favorite purple basketball shorts.
At that point, it was too late. Everyone knew that Alicia was dead.
That day was just rough.
Outside the house, Alicia's uncle calls the police, while her sister contacts the father of Alicia's daughter.
I remember telling him, we had found her.
He's at the abandoned house within minutes, before the police even arrive.
He ran in, because he couldn't believe it. He had to see it for himself. All I remember thinking is, right now, he's terrified about the safety of his daughter.
Police and homicide detectives get to the scene soon after.
Homicide investigators respond to the scene. Even if the cause of death is not known, it is a suspicious death.
Any sign of other kids?
No, nothing.
After speaking with the officer, detectives see what potential clues they can uncover from Alicia's remains.
A quick examination of the body confirmed that they were dealing with a homicide.
Alicia had been shot 6 times with 2 shots to the head.
However, that's not the only injury Alicia suffered.
It also appears, while trying to dispose of her body, Alicia's killer tried to sever her legs.
It was a very graphic scene.
Whoever did this to Alicia had to be a sick, deranged individual.
It's also evident to detectives that Alicia's murder had occurred well before the family reported her missing.
The body was in a state of decomposition, and it was determined that Alicia had been in the basement possibly more than 4 days.
In fact, police think she might have been killed not long after the family last saw her 2 weeks ago.
But officers don't locate any other bodies inside the house.
Where is Aaron Justice? Where are the children?
Could they still be alive?
Only one thing is certain. The family's search is far from over.
I was just trying my best to be strong for everybody, because as much as I wanted to or needed to mourn, I knew that there was still going to be a job to be done.
While the family clings to hope, the detectives have to consider a different possibility.
Maybe Aaron wasn't the victim. Maybe he was the killer.
Is that why Alicia's body was the only one in the house? Could Aaron have killed her and ran off with the kid?
Quietly, the detectives decide to do a little digging into Aaron.
They find out he has some very serious charges in his rap sheet.
Aaron had weapons possession charges and a prior domestic violence assault.
That's definitely a red flag.
That type of behavior can escalate. And the one thing about domestic abuse, it can escalate quickly, and it can go places we never wanted to go.
When the detectives follow up with her family, they all say Alicia and Aaron's marriage seemed fine.
Anytime I talked to Alicia about their relationship, it was always something positive.
For the most part, she seemed happy. I thought they were just going through the typical marriage stuff.
Or could there have been more going on than Alicia's family knew?
A lot of the times, women are hiding what happens. So to the outside world, they're thinking, hey, you guys have a perfect relationship, you look good, and they don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
The first indication of trouble comes when a friend of Aaron's reaches out to detectives.
He tells the police Aaron had confided in him that Alicia and him were fighting all the time.
He said she was talking about getting a divorce.
This could be a clear motive that he would try to harm her.
But it's what the man says next that really grabs the detective's attention.
Aaron texted him a picture of a gun and asked him, did he want to buy it?
When was that?
Last Saturday,
31st.
I guess.
That was only a few days before Alicia went missing, likely right after she had been killed.
Was Aaron trying to get rid of a murder weapon?
Investigating the murder of 27-year-old Alicia Fox have learned that shortly after someone shot her 6 times, her husband, Aaron Justice, was trying to sell a .40 caliber handgun.
That would lead an investigator to wonder if the ballistics on that gun would be matched to what was found at the scene where Alicia was discovered.
To prove that it was the murder weapon, they would need to get their hands on the gun.
Did you buy the gun?
Nah, I don't get involved in that kind of stuff.
It's a disappointment for detectives, but Aaron's friend does share some other potentially valuable information.
Aaron may have been having an affair.
That might have been possibly why she wanted to divorce him.
It definitely is a betrayal of emotion, of security, of family.
She would have never wanted that going on in front of her kids.
The fact that Alicia and Aaron's marriage may have been in trouble is news to her family.
I was pretty surprised when I found out. There wasn't something where I felt like, oh, they're on the verge of getting a divorce.
I thought that she was in love and happy.
We see it a lot. It's hush-hush behind closed doors, and nobody in the family really knows how bad it is.
The suspicion surrounding Aaron only grows once the family hears rumors that he is alive and well.
According to the rumors, he was in Atlanta.
At that point, somebody in the family blurted out, he's running.
When detectives learn that Aaron may be in Atlanta, they work to track him down.
They're hopeful with finding him that the children will be with him.
They start their search by obtaining a subpoena for Aaron's cell phone records.
Almost everyone has a cell phone, and cell phone signals can be traced.
After confirming that Aaron was in Atlanta, the detectives contacted the FBI.
There was a warrant issued for Aaron's arrest.
It wasn't long for federal agents to find him and track him down and bring him into custody.
Unfortunately, when they made the arrest, there was no sign of Kayla or Christian.
With Aaron in custody, investigators waste no time getting him into an interrogation room.
I had immense hope that the police were going to be able to get a location of the children out of him.
But when questioned, Aaron has little to say.
Everybody wants to know where the kids are. I don't know where they are.
He played dumb the entire time, like he had no idea what happened to Alicia or the kids.
Talk about. I'm not talking. You should. You should have a whole lot to say. You should be telling us who you gave your kids to. I'm telling you, like a man, I don't know where they are.
Aaron not only denied knowing anything about the location of the kids, he also denied being involved in Alicia's murder.
Yeah, we know Alicia's dead, because we found her. That's a given. You killed Alicia? No.
Aaron said that the last time he saw Alicia, she was alive and angry.
He told the officer, she put me out, she asked me for a divorce.
That confirmed some of what the detectives had heard from their friends.
But they won't get confirmation on anything else.
You gonna take this to the grave? Take what to the grave? Everything. No, I don't know everything. Your guilt? You gonna take your guilt to the grave, man? I don't know guilt.
Investigators tried very hard, but he still didn't give up any meaningful information.
Killed your wife. I know that for sure. My biggest issue, and I would like to know where that child is at.
The fact that you're still holding on to where the kids are, that is like pure evil.
You tell me where you placed them.
I didn't place them nowhere.
You had them last.
Here we go with you.
Here we go with you. I'm not the one wearing the green little jumpsuit. You are.
However, while Aaron is in custody, it's unclear if prosecutors will be able to put him away for good.
The evidence against Aaron was entirely circumstantial at this point.
With Aaron stonewalling detectives and no new leads coming in, it looks like the case may come apart. Until Alicia's sister gets an unexpected tip about a friend of Aaron's named Timothy Jones.
I got a call from someone who knew Timothy, and they told me that Timothy had been going around the neighborhood telling people that Aaron killed Alicia, and he paid him to hide the body.
As soon as she's off the phone with the informant, Alicia's sister contacts the lead detective.
I let him know what they're telling me, and within like a day or so, they had picked Timothy up.
As soon as the detective sat Tim down for questioning, he broke down.
Did a really bad thing.
Detectives investigating Alicia Fox's murder and the disappearance of her 2 children are following up on a tip that a man named Timothy Jones may be involved.
Timothy was an old friend of Aaron's.
They had reason to believe Tim may know something about what happened to Alicia. Therefore, they bring Tim in and interview him.
Tim tells police Aaron called him to come over for Memorial Day weekend and help out with something. They've been friends forever, so he didn't think much of it.
But when I got there, something just seemed off.
Aaron was really upset, and he basically admitted that he had just shot his wife.
Did he say why? Said they got in a fight.
Aaron told him that Alicia said that she wanted a divorce.
It's over, Aaron.
Over?
Yes.
Oh, I'll show you over. So, he shot her. Yeah, I guess. He said he blacked out.
Once he came to, he realized he was holding a gun and Alicia was dead.
Whether Aaron actually did black out or not, Tim says he has little doubt that Aaron did kill Alicia.
Because after confessing, Tim says Aaron asked him to help get rid of the evidence.
Did you? Yeah, man, I've known him since elementary school.
Tim picked up some shell casings from the gun. He threw them in the sewer.
He says he also helped Aaron load Alicia's body into a rental truck.
That was the same truck that neighbors had seen outside of the house.
Just right over there.
After Tim helped Aaron get rid of the body, he said Aaron paid him.
He paid him Alicia's jewelry, which was a pair of Cartier glasses and a watch.
However, Tim says he doesn't know what's become of Alicia's 2 children.
He says when he left Aaron's house that day, the children were still alive.
It appears he is telling the truth.
Detectives had Tim take a polygraph test, and he passed.
Then, detectives take Tim back to the crime scene, where they recover 4 .40 caliber shell casings from the storm drain.
That was the same caliber as the gun that Aaron was trying to sell around the time of the murder.
With the evidence against him piling up, detectives are confident they can now secure a conviction against Aaron Justice. While Aaron sits in the Wayne County Jail awaiting trial, the search for Alicia's missing children continues.
We searched houses and commercial buildings and streets. We even did grid searches of forests and rivers.
Months go by with no trace of Kayla or Christian, and unfortunately, they were never found.
With no bodies and nothing but circumstantial evidence against Aaron, he was never charged with anything regarding their disappearance.
And he won't stand trial for Alicia's murder either.
When trial came and we got to court and the judge told us that he had accepted a plea deal, it was a surprise to everybody.
With Tim set to testify against him, Aaron's attorney probably saw conviction coming.
In September of 2015, Aaron Justice pleads guilty to murder.
When he took the plea deal, I don't remember him showing any kind of emotion or remorse. He was just sitting there, like he just did not care. Like something is really wrong with him. And he's just sitting there, not crying, not looking like he had any remorse for doing this. It made me want to beat the shit out of him, honestly. Just jump over the thing, grab something, and like beat him with it or something. Because it pisses me off and it makes me so angry.
In return for his plea, Aaron is sentenced to between 45 and 80 years in prison.
When most people hear that a defendant received 45 to 80 years, they think it's justice. I don't think that. I don't think that 45 to 80 years of not being able to walk in the free world I don't think it suffices for what he did.
And no amount of prison time can bring back the woman he took away.
Alicia was everything to a lot of people. She was nearly the backbone to my family. She kept a lot of us together, so much so that losing her has kind of changed the dynamic of my family. She was everybody's favorite, and I want people to remember Alicia for her energetic personality and her goofy laugh, and just that she was someone that you can always count on.
Alicia never deserved anything like this. She was just so sweet. She loved everything. And she was definitely a strong woman, for sure.
But most of all, the family wishes the prosecutors would have put one more condition on Aaron's plea deal.
It definitely should have involved him telling us where the kids are. Because, like, he takes the plea deal and then he just goes to prison. But what about the kids? And it makes me really, really angry. Because it's like they think they did their job, but really no, because you still have 2 missing children. We're out here still suffering. Like, we cannot move on.
It is just very troubling that there's a plea deal and he has information, yet it's not being shared. There should never be a plea deal until all the information is out on the table.
I definitely still have hope and faith that one day we will find the kids. But as time goes on, it gets harder and harder. The feeling of not knowing makes it 1,000 times worse, because we just don't know.
Kayla and Christian meant everything to Alicia. And if there's anybody out there who has any information that could help bring them home to the family that Alicia loved, I'm sure that it will bring Alicia some peace.